is a weird setup. Hi, welcome to my house. Hi, welcome. That's too formal. Hi, welcome to my house. My name is Michelle Montana. This is my interior design enthusiastic space where I love interior design and I talk to you about it. And there's a vlog every once in a while if I'm doing something and don't have time to record something else. That's pretty much all you need to know about this channel. Thanks so much for being here, stopping by. I hope you stick around. We are assessing my house today. So I rent this home with my husband. We live here with our 2 cats and our dog. This video, I wanted to highlight the things in my home that I would very happily change if I was not a renter. If I owned this home, what I would do to make it perfect in my eyes. Also, endless budget. Also, you know, in a perfect world where I don't have to worry about structural integrity and those kinds of things, you know? So let's just get into it. So right now it is 4:30 p.m. and this is about the time where light does start to fade in the living room. We live in the city, so there's houses like right across the way. I'm not gonna like show you outside because safety. So there are some general things I would change. I mean, if I look at my phone, I'm referencing my list. The first general thing I would change, I have nothing against hardwood floor, but I will show it to you. It's actually a really pretty color, hardwood floor. It's kind of like a muted dark brown. So it's not like a warm tone, but it's not gray either because I would hate that. But I'm gonna stand up now, I think. Because there's not a ton of natural light coming in the window, I would restain the floors so that they're brighter, especially because in the kitchen, which I will show you when we go in there because there's a lot to address in the kitchen, it's so dark in there because there's a very small window, so there's like it just absorbs all the light and there's nothing to like reflect all the light off of. So I would definitely go with a lighter wood in this house. I wouldn't go like super light like a birch, but I would probably go in this family, which this probably looks really dark on camera, but like this one. The way that looks on camera, I think is pretty accurate. I would probably go with something like that just to brighten up the house. Before we move on, we're gonna stay in the living room and talk about the living room because there's only one thing I would change in here. And I will say for the record, like, as renters, this house is as perfect in our opinions as it can be for the things that we can control. So we're very happy with our home. We do love it here. Do we wish we had more space sometimes? Absolutely. But for what we pay and what we have, we're very grateful for this home. We really love it. And we just, when I installed these shelves here, that was like the icing on the cake that really solidified us loving this home and being like, okay, we love it and we want to stay here. So anyways, the only thing I would change in this room, which really isn't even about this room, it is the fact that we don't have a glass door on the outside of our main door. So I'm going to show you. This is what the room looks like with the door shut, okay? This is the room, if my cats don't escape, how it would look if we had a glass door there that we could have them. Cats tried to escape. Yeah, you saw how bright it was in here just for that moment. So if we had a glass door on the outside of our like storm door, it would just be able to be, we'd have our storm door open all day long and have all that nice light coming in here. It'd be so nice. This gets nice light around 2 p.m. if the sun is shining. between like 1:30 and like 3 p.m. I'd say. So for like 2 hours, I would love to have that open all day to get some serious light in here. I'm over explaining. You understand what an open door would, how it would apply light into the home, okay? We're gonna go into the kitchen now. I'm going to start with this angle because you already know what it is. It's barn doors. Do I wish these were all pocket doors? Yes, I so do, because this is like valuable real estate right here that's not being utilized. And no one gets to see my cool vintage poster unless someone's using the bathroom. It's kind of weird. We could keep this shut all the time, but we don't, and never will. We've lived here for 2 years, so we're not going to change our habits now, you know? But this is also our pantry. Another barn door. I'm not going to reveal too much because it's scary looking in there. And so we've made it work. Like, I think I did a great job figuring out this wall. Pretend these are filled with wine bottles. I need to restock. But, you know, it's a cute space, relatively, and for what it is, it works. But if this were a pocket door, you know, I could have had the shelves wherever I wanted. I wouldn't have had to just have this here specifically. This had to be at a very specific spot for it to work for the door. I even had to like argue with my husband a little bit because it's a little further over than it should be. Like the door kind of doesn't get to go fully open, but it goes open enough. It actually does open past here. Do you know what I'm saying? So just because it doesn't hit this little stopper thing up here, doesn't really matter. Okay, this is my kitchen without the lights on. It's very dark, and I still have just this, right? Over here, this is my only source of light in this kitchen. It's so tiny. So in my perfect world, what I would do is this entire wall would be a window. Like I would just crack the whole thing open. I don't need all this tile to look at. Why is all this tile here? It's very upsetting. It's nice. It's nice. I'm going to show you this whole angle of the kitchen. This side is a little bit strange because if you can tell, this is where the countertop ends, right? So it's actually only half, it only has half the depth of this countertop. So I'm lacking counter space over here. I mean, in the whole kitchen, I'm lacking counter space. So I would try to push this back because I'm pretty sure this is hollow back here. It doesn't match, like upstairs, there's this fireplace area, travels all the way upstairs, which you'll see the studio in a moment. But on the left side of the fireplace upstairs, there's an indentation. So I don't know why this is built out like this, but it drives me nuts. So I would push that back and put a window in there too, so we can get some serious light in here because it makes me crazy. And once again, the floors are dark, so they absorb all that great minimal sunshine that I have, you know? So you're probably wondering now, if I push this back and open it up to be a window, what am I going to do with all this? Because I don't have a lot of storage in here. I obviously don't have upper cabinets, and I just have these shelves, and I just have these little tiny cupboards. Like, I don't have a ton of storage. So I would recess the lighting because we don't need these dangly lights. Can you see them? I would recess all the lights in here, or at least figure out a way to get them all up into the ceiling and dimmable for that cozy dinner vibe. And then I would probably have to hang my pots and pans above this workbench, which is fine. It wouldn't be like ideal, I think, because you're eating underneath all the pots and pans, but I feel like in a small space, that's exactly what would work the best. So that way I don't have to have that there, because look at all those tiles. Like, why are there walls of tiles that just don't serve purpose and could have a window there, you know? I am going to quickly show you how cozy it looks in here at night, because if you are new here, you haven't seen that. I would try to figure out a way that my cats wouldn't have to eat on this table, but if they don't, Lucy will eat their food. And like if their bowls were on the floor, which they were in the past before we had our dog, Lucy would eat their food, so I have to put their food up on the table, which is annoying. But like when guests are here, like I just put them away. This cat is very mean to guests, so he gets put away entirely. Anyways. It's pretty cozy. Okay, let's go upstairs. Hi, I'm interrupting my video quickly because last night way after I filmed yesterday, I remembered a really big one, and it's this massive eyesore that I cannot stand. Down here, I would just completely take that railing out. I mean, I would take the whole thing out, but it leads upstairs and I'll show you. But nothing needs to be there. We don't need a railing there. And honestly, it gets in the way, like bringing up furniture, bringing down furniture. Like, it's so restricting for all of those things. We're gonna go upstairs. It's like really hard to show you because like you can't really see from the front because of the sofa. Oop, here comes Goose. You wanna go upstairs? But basically, I would take this out and put just like a normal like wrought iron. I'll insert a photo of what I would rather have here instead of these annoying pipes. I just feel like this lighting is so weird. Hang on. Like here too, these shelves, the pipes, gotta go. Just new shelves. So my landlord bought this property and the main house that he now lives in with the intention to rent out the main house, and this was going to be his bachelor pad. So he made it very like trying to be kind of industrial, you know, whatever. And so he very soon after met his now wife. So he lived in here for like 3 months, I think, before starting to rent it out. Anyways, so the intention behind all of his decisions was like masculine, industrial, trying to be a loft without being a loft. So, okay, that's enough explaining. We can go back to the rest of the video now. Okay, we're now in the studio. This is where my husband makes his art. If you notice any of the art in the living room, he probably made it. It's also like, I'll turn around and show you the other side in a minute, but it's also like we have a sofa up here, we have a TV in here, like Xbox situation. So it's really like a multi-purpose room, which we love. We love that we get to separate our living room from like our living space, I guess. You know, like this is more like what I would have called growing up like the family room, where like we spend time in here. You can be rough in here, you can spill paint on the carpet, I don't care. But downstairs in the living room, everything needs to be pristine all the time. But we do like, anytime people come over, like we hang out in there, that kind of thing. So anyways, I would paint this fireplace to match the shelves that I did. At first I was just gonna do it, but my landlord, I honestly didn't even ask him. I think he would have said to paint it back before we move out, and I don't feel like it, because it's a big task. So I really just didn't paint that because I don't want to have to paint it back when I move out. Like if I owned it, I could paint it whatever color I wanted, and the next people that bought it could paint it whatever color they want, you know? Okay, but the big thing that I would change in here, which, wow, how do I explain this? Downstairs, the floor plan is larger than up here, okay? So there's a roof directly outside of these windows that covers our bathroom and our laundry room that are side by side. We only have one bathroom in this house. There's no running water on the second floor. There's no running water up here. So I would kick this out, build over top of the bathroom and laundry room, and put in a really nice bathroom with a tub that I can soak my body in, because I have not taken a bath in 2 years. And I really miss taking baths. I used to take 3 baths a week. Like, do you know how much my bones ache to just be immersed in water like that? In like boiling hot water? I miss it a lot. So that's what I would do up here. I think the light situation would be difficult. We would lose light in this space. There is a skylight. Maybe we could do, like, obviously because I'm lit from above, maybe I could make it bigger or put in another one. Doesn't matter because I don't own this house and I never will. It's not that we wouldn't buy this house if it was available, because we've talked to our landlord about it, but I just don't think we want to buy right now. And it gives us the freedom to live wherever we want if we wanted to live somewhere else. So I think that's it. I don't like this background, so I'm gonna move and then tell you goodbye. I didn't do as I promised and turn around. So also, if anyone thinks that they should suggest a window on this wall, it's directly next to another building, so that would be impossible. Let me know if you think this way about your own rental place, like, oh, if I owned it, I would knock these walls down, whatever. Or if I am just like that. Is this angle weird? You're looking down on me? It's like not really better, but this room really is multi-purpose, I will tell you. It's Lucy's den. She loves it in here. Huh, Goosey? Ooh. Oh, Goose. I love you. My sewing machine's over here. This is all sewing stuff in here. So it really serves like 75 purposes, and it's nice because not a lot of people come up here, so if it gets real cluttery, kind of doesn't matter. I mean, it's pretty cluttery right now. But anyways, thanks so much. I can't finish the video here. Why am I like this? Why does it have to look... Lucy looks amazing, and I just can't be in this space because I'm upset with this framing and stuff, you know? Back in my favorite room in the house. Okay. Thank you so much for watching and for being here and for supporting this channel, because it really means a lot every time people leave a little comment, or if you actually remember to hit the like button, or when you subscribe. Like, it just really gets my day going. When I wake up to like new comments, it's so nice. You guys care enough to say something, even if it's just, I like it. Moving on. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate any sort of interaction you want to have with this channel. And I will see you next Sunday. I sure do love you. Goodbye.